In this lecture, we are going to discuss about SQL commands in database management system. What is SQL? How SQL commands can be applied to database to retrieve the data. SQL is a structured query language. It is a standard language for relational database where data can be stored in the form of tables. The table consists of rows and columns. So in database, the rows and columns can be represented as a record and attribute. Using query language, user can get information from database file. So finally, SQL is a structured query language. It is mainly used for storing, retrieving and manipulating the data stored in the relational database. The SQLs are classified into DQL, DDL, DML, TCL, DCL. So in this classification, DML and DQL both will be perform operation insert, update, delete, select, and DDL it perform create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. TCL command rollback, save point, and in DCL perform grant and revoke. In upcoming slides, we can see the how these commands can be applied to retrieve the data. The first one will be DDL, data definition language. So data definition language, the commands used in DDL is mainly to create the database schema. So the data whatever can be applied in this command, it is saved automatically. The same changes will be permanent. Let's see the first command, how to create a table. If user want to insert the data into the database, first need to create the table. So syntax for creating the table is create table, table name, and we have to mention the attributes inside the bracket. Here table name will be user interest. For example, create table, all user will be the username, and in the username table the fields are last name and first name. Next, alter. So alter, it is used to alter the table structure. In alter, we can perform three different operations. We can add the data, we can modify the data, and we can drop the data. So first one will be alter add. So we can add the columns to the existing table. For example, in the first table, it contains two fields, SID and name, where student ID and student name. When we perform the alter add, we are adding the new column called as address. So syntax for alter add is alter table, table name, add. Inside the bracket, we have to give the newly added column. In our example, here the table name will be student, and we are applying the new column called address. Next one, alter modify. So alter modify in the case of we are not altering the data present inside the database, only we are modifying the memory size. In previous example, when address will be the varchar of 10. By using the alter modify, we can increase the number of bytes. So address varchar of 20. Then alter drop. It is used to drop any one of the columns present in the table. Here we are drop the column address which is already existed. So after perform the alter drop, the table will be SID and name. Next, truncate command. So truncate command is mainly used to remove the data present inside the table. So command will be truncate table, table name. Here table name will be student. So student which contain only one record, SID is 1, name is XXX. When we perform truncate operations, so it delete the records present inside the table, not the data table structure. Next, drop. The drop is used to remove a table from the database. When we use the drop command, it removes the data and also the structures of the data. So syntax for that, drop table, table name. Once we done the drop command, we cannot use the table student. Next, rename. So rename is giving a new name for the existing table. So rename old name to new name. In our example, we have taken a table student. We are changing that student as a student detail. Next command will be DML, data manipulation language. So in DDL we have seen how the structure of the table will be. Now DML, how data can be inserted, how data can be updated, and how data can be retrieved. So commands used in DML are insert, update, delete, select. So insert, we can insert n number of records into the table. So for example, insert into table name values, inside the bracket we have to mention the attributes field. So consider a table student which contain SID, SNAME and age. So we have to insert the data for SID, SNAME, age. We have to use the syntax insert keyword and also the values. So insert into student value 101. Here newly inserted a record with an SID 101. Next, update. So update command is used to make any changes in the database data. So update table name, set column, and we have to give the condition. Based on that condition, so updation can be done in the database table. So in previous example, 103 we have given an SID. So once we have performed the update table, that 103 ID will be changed as a new name of SNAME called Abhi. Next, delete command. So delete command is used to remove a particular column or n number of columns present in the database. So the main difference between truncate, drop, delete. So truncate is used to remove the records present inside the table. Drop is used to remove the entire table structure. Then delete is used to remove particular rows in the database. So this will be the example. Based on this condition, the deletion operation will be performed. Here the condition SID equal to 103. So particular 103 row will be deleted from the table student. Next, select. So select command is used to fetch a data from the database based on the condition. Let us consider the table student which contain SID name and it holding the 3 records. So 1, 2, 3. Select can be performed in 2 ways. Without giving any condition, we can select the entire table, or based on the condition we can select the particular row. So select star from student. So when we use the asterisk symbol star, it means that it retrieve the table as it is. In second example, select name from student where SID equal to 1. So already the student table which have 2 columns, but based on our condition whose SID is 1, that particular person name will be displayed. Next, TCL, transaction control language. It is used to control and manage the transactions. Here we have using 3 syntax: commit, rollback, save point. Where commit is used to make a changes permanently. Whenever data has been performed, or commands can be applied. After that, when we give the command syntax, whatever operation has been done before the commit, that can be saved permanently. Rollback, it is used to restore the last commit statement. Save point, it is a temporarily save a transaction and it can be rolled back based on the variables. Next, data control language. Data control language is used to give a permission for the person to access the database. Grant and revoke. So grant, we are giving the permission to access the database. Revokes, we are getting back the permission from the user. Thank you.